Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have kind of a crazy and kind of a weird story to kind of go and talk about, where it's kind of closely enough related to a lot of stuff that we do on this YouTube channel that I wanted to go bring on up because, number one, I find it kind of hilarious. Number two, I actually kind of find it kind of wholesome. And number three, this actually did make me really disappointed from a video last night, if you guys had a chance to go and see that. If you guys did miss that, I'll recap it really quickly as well. But sometimes in this gaming industry, especially in these more smaller parts, it's always kind of crazy just to see on what happens behind the scenes, who's telling the truth, who's lying, and everything else. And with this, I want to go talk about this because we actually, kind of guess the moral of the story for this one is we've had folks who claimed to be insiders, claim to be someone out there who is super into the gaming industry, has good contacts, and all of that stuff. And, well, apparently they found out to be a fraud. And that kind of ties into the news we actually covered up as of yesterday, and as well, because of them getting caught, they have now entirely left the internet. We're talking account deletion, we're saying like formal goodbye, and basically they got caught. And now for they're basically just gonzo forever. So this is a very intriguing story that just happened throughout the past day, and I want to go talk about it because, like I said, we kind of do sometimes cover a lot of these leaks, a lot of these rumors when it comes to our channel. Now, funny enough, I'm not even really someone who's really that intrigued on it myself, but if we do see intriguing stuff to let you guys know about it, I usually never mind in general. So we have a lot of stuff to go talk about, a lot of things to kind of meme about, and as well, some kind of bad news to go and share. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway, and the Amazon links down below for the Amazon signups for the Horizon bundles, normal bundles, Xboxes, Twitter and Twitch room down below, the Weeble and Coinbase down below, Xbox, Twitter, everything. Subscribe if you're new and all that junk. And let's go dive in. So in case you guys missed the news last night, we talked about this, although it was a little bit of a later on in the night video. Last night, we actually did have a chance to go and cover that Sucker Punch clarifies that as of right now, they do not have plans to revisit the infamous or Sly Cooper franchises right now, and that no other studio is working on these IPs either. Now, this is like an important thing to note. Like, we'll talk about it really quickly in the notice, but like this is more so like the base, okay? Like this is like where the starting information is coming from. So they had an official post that we talked about where they're like, hey, as we approach, we did all this stuff, we made some cool games, like Sly Cooper, like Infamous, we made Ghost of Tsushima, we've been playing a lot of cool games, we love you guys, thanks for playing our games, kind of the usual mumbo jumbo for when it comes to, gamers. I mean, it makes sense, these are basically paying the bills. So the one really big note to know is that they actually mentioned, on top of this, that they do not have any games in development. These characters are very special, and near and dear to our hearts. So while we never say no to reopening these doors down the road, for now, there are no Infamous or Sly Cooper games in development. So we talked about this last night. It's sad news. I would love to see either one of them. Maybe they're in the very beginning stages, but right now, Sucker Punch, not making nothing. And apparently other games as well, not making nothing. But the crazy enough thing is the big reason why this was actually getting so much attention is because there is actually a Twitter leaker, or like a general, leaker, who actually had information in regards to this. And that is all in regards to account NGT. And if you guys are actually kind of curious, we actually made a video on this too as well. We talked about it, we said we saw some of the leaks, and funny enough, they initially did have a lot of information that was correct. And typically when it comes to these industry insiders, or maybe someone works at Sony, maybe someone works at YouTube, maybe someone has like a friend in the gaming industry, maybe you signed an NDA, maybe you have an early access to games. Even I've had early access to games that haven't been announced yet before, mainly for me being a Twitch partner and doing content. But sometimes, people get it right, you know what I mean? And the one big thing is that he got it right, and then he got it really wrong. He got it really, really wrong. So with this, the account itself as of right now has actually been gone. This person fully deleted this Twitter account. This tweet is from an account that no longer exists. We're talking dunzo. We're talking about the fact that they were like, hey, yo, I was lying and I was chilling, now I'm gone forever. We're talking, this guy has completely deleted every trace off the internet. And it's crazy because we actually did make some videos on Sly Cooper. Like, I think I even used this person as a reference. But obviously, for my videos, I'm just kind of telling you guys what we're seeing, what's going on, the vibes, and everything else. Like, sometimes we got good info for a lot of restocks. We talked to a lot of employees just because we have a platform for it as well. But we haven't had a lot of really big, like Sony themselves deals or really big Sony, leaks or anything like that. I'll maybe go and see if other people get information with it, but I myself have never had anything intriguing with it. So this turned into them actually having a tweet longer. And this is right after that stage of Sucker Punch. So that's why I start off this video with them and Infamous 2 and Sly Cooper from the source themselves. Like, that's the company that is making the games. They are unironically making the game themselves. And they said no. So, like, this is from the source. This is basically being like scrubbing, like, do you own a house? No. Okay, we know he doesn't own a house. Like, stuff like that. So basically, his statement goes on to say, hey, y'all, yesterday, Sucker Punch Productions made a statement, quote, with our focus on our current project, we have no plans to revisit Infamous or Sly Cooper right now, and no other studio is currently working on projects related to those franchises either. These characters are very special and near and dear to our hearts, so while we never say no to reopening these doors down the road, for now, there are no Infamous or Sly Cooper games. So kind of as we quoted. In other words, there are no Infamous or Sly Cooper games in development at Sucker Punch or other studios, and after seeing this, I decided to move on from the quote-unquote insider scene. So first of all, I want to talk about the Infamous and Sly. In March, and we actually covered this news, which is why I'm even making this video, I made a tweet saying that I corroborated the rumors. It wasn't crap I did myself. A source came to me, gave me ways to trust him, and gave me other information, including the delay for Forspoken, new Hogwarts Legacy reveal in March, the fact that there wasn't any PlayStation showcase until September, and a few other things I haven't said publicly. I do think he's a reliable source that has reliable sources. So this guy is basically saying his sources have good sources, which is kind of funny. I mean, I've done similar stuff in my videos, but I'm just kind of showcasing up news and stuff we see on Reddit and tweets and other accounts and stuff like that. I don't think you guys really mind too much. I myself don't mind at all. And basically for this one, he basically had a source that was of everything else. And basically he didn't have his own information. He just had someone who was in the know. Although Sly and Infamous have been officially confirmed as false, if Sucker Punch is not lying, for Sly, he told me he was confident and promised me that it existed and that an announcement would be made soon, weeks ago. Here is his reaction to yesterday's announcement, as we go into the nice little image over here, and where he goes in response to this, saying, yeah, I am not sure what to make of this. It's been quite dead quiet regarding Infamous for such a long time, and most of the information present always came off as speculation more than information. I'm not really surprised about it being dead. Regarding Sly, though, I cannot believe this. There are multiple sources all sharing things, good sources, and they just were wrong. Which means they're either bad sources and I'm a fraud, or they've been purposely being fed false leaks, maybe to sniff out a few people within the company. I know other inside people have been told about Sly from entirely separate sources as well, which is a good source together if a project is indeed happening or not. An eventual title and some gameplay stuff and a basic premise, but yeah, that's gone 100%. So basically, we are now seeing all these leakers kind of being like, yep, we got nothing. So basically him goes into saying, now I will tell you how I started my leaking career. I was monitoring the Quantic Dream website for a long time to try and get a chance to leak a game early. That happened, I think, on December 2nd or 3rd of last year, and he leaked 2 images of Star Wars Eclipse. Pretty hyped about it, by the way, and they were on Quantic Dream's website backend, now deleted. So basically it wasn't even really like a leak from another company person or employee. It just basically was like lucky timing looking at the back end. When Star Wars Eclipse was revealed at the Game Awards 2021, a few people made Reddit posts and shared about my account because of my leak. Gained a lot of new followers that continue leaking Quantic Dream info, including a game based on the Dark Sorcerer. I got that info from Quantum Dream, was building a humor-based game in a fantasy world by Tom Henderson himself in DMs. Though, it was confirmed untrue a few days ago in an interview with Quantic Dream CEO David Cage. And as well, so basically they have a triple whammy. They tried to go and push for the Sly, got a lot of attention from Sly, and it wasn't actually true. They tried to go push into other things from Quantic Dream, and apparently too as well, it was confirmed also once again, untrue. They also did leak that the Star Wars game from Skydance New Media was codenamed Project Walton, which wasn't real, and is based on the original trilogy, which they cannot confirm just based on their opinion. So basically for this one too as well, they're basically saying, hey, everything I got was either false info, speculation, or anything else. And they also even have a nice thing saying don't trust anyone on the internet, even though they have a good track record, which I would also agree to as well, because I do kind of cover a lot of this news. Even on my own channel, even for some restocks. There's always a lot of maybes, potentially, possibly. And we saw a lot of this too as well with the God of War, where a lot of people were pushing this June 30th, and a lot of big, reputable, basically leakers were also on top of that too. And it's kind of funny because this guy is just gonzo. He, like, all of his big things that he had a chance to look into are all basically proven false, and he just left. But I do also want to preach the fact that he didn't try to go lead on people for longer at the end of the day, but it's also kind of sad to see because I was kind of looking forward to a new Sly Cooper game, if I have to be fully honest. Same with an Infamous game. So kind of give me your thoughts. For me, I'm not really the biggest fan of leaking stuff. I've just been trying my best to help people get consoles, and it's not really a big leak if you talk to someone that works at Target and they're like, hey, yo, we got some consoles. Like, I mean, that's been happening forever, you know? If you have a good close friend that could do it, they're down. If they get some attention on a YouTube video and help out folks, they're going to do it. But for me, I've never really done too much like the gaming news or Sony news or whatever, unless I just kind of reference someone else. But it's kind of intriguing to see. So give me your thoughts and comments down below. As well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 signups and all that good stuff, Twitter and Twitch and all that. And I appreciate all of you lovely folks for watching in the first place. Y'all beautiful, y'all lovely, and I'll see you guys up on the next one.